Hi, welcome to week 16 of RiSE, the podcast. It's the weekly podcast that really intends to bring positive change to the world. It's the podcast that defends the small business owner. It's about creativity, new ideas, problem solving, independent critical thinking, finding a new path and way forward with passion. And of course, if you're an entrepreneur, a little blood, sweat, and tears to make it happen. Each week, we feature great guests who are making a difference for good in the world, whether it's how we do business, leading at work, making change in our communities, making our communities stronger, like our guest today, maybe eradicating poverty, touting abundance, or new ways to heal and be healthy, or empowering youth to be all they can be. And learning, of course, from our elders as well. This is a show and a journey of ideas and solutions and new thinking that has us wanting to create a vision for where and who we want to be. Our guest today is Umar Kabunga. He's a Ugandan-based entrepreneur and a force for good in his country. He's the founder and director of two humanitarian projects, not one, but two. Like, this guy's got energy, and you'll see in our interview today. One of his projects is Compost Toilets, and the other is African Street Kids, or Street Kids Dreams. Those are the two humanitarian projects he heads up. Umar, welcome to RiSE, the podcast. It's so good to have you.
Thank you. Good to have you here, sir.
Yeah.
Good to have you, Mr.
And good to have you as well. You're doing some amazing work. And in our chat last week, because we had a little preliminary chat last week, once we got our Zoom working, everything went nicely. You are one of these kids that you're helping with the Street Kids Dreams project. You were one of the street kids in growing up. How did you manage to overcome how you grew up and overcome it, and now make these projects that you're working on happen? How did you overcome your own challenges growing up in pretty extreme poverty and conditions?
All right, thank you so much for this opportunity. As you mentioned down there, my name is Umar Kabunga, and I'm the founder of African Street Kids Dreams, also Compost Toilets, Uganda. Well, as our last conversation, I talked about why I started up a foundation called African Street Kids Dreams, because I myself, I am an ex-street boy. So it's all about being focused. That is the first reason why I managed to do all this, being focused and have a dream.
So when did this dream sort of start to come to you, like of doing the work that you're doing now?
Okay, depending on the condition I grew up, the circumstance I was in, the situation I grew up, that dream came to my mind when I was 12 years. By that time, as I told you, I was a street boy. So during that time, I saw a lot of challenges with the teenagers, the fellow street kids with me. And in my heart, I felt like if there is opportunity for the children on the streets, homeless, and private children to go to school, maybe if I grow up and I start up a foundation or organization to go and pick those underprivileged children from the streets, from wherever they are, and give them support. So this dream, as I was growing, it grows with me. And I thank God that when the time came, I managed to set up multiple businesses. In Uganda, we have several businesses you can do. We have a business, chapati businesses, boda, that's a boda rider. I also used to work as a conductor in the taxi conductor. So I did several jobs. I can't mention this or this, but I did several jobs. If I start to mention now, we can take hours. So that is how I grew up with in my mind that whether it's hard or good, I will manage to set up a foundation to support the underprivileged children in my community.
That's amazing. Growing up as a street kid yourself, how did you not grow up and be angry or without hope? How did you not have anger and not have hope? Because it seems like you totally had to overcome your circumstances growing up and to help, to now help inspire other people. So how did you not let the anger or lack of hope get in the way of your dream?
Okay, first of all, many street children over here in Africa, this is what I can say. They lost hope. What they pray every day is to get something to put in their stomach.
Mm-hmm.
But on my side, it was different for real. As I'm telling you, from my 12 years, all I wanted is to set up an organization to help people, to help children. So this always kept forcing me not to lose hope, not to lose hope, not to lose hope, because when I started to come out from the streets, I used to go in different schools to meet different children, to learn from them. How do they survive in their world? Because I myself, I was living in another world, and those children who had the opportunity to go to school, there was also living in another world. That's how I was seeing it. So by not losing hope, there is a lot of things which admired me, which inspired me. First of all, there is a man I know here in Uganda. He used to support several children over here. He has an organization. So this man, I always watched him, watch his steps, the way he helps people. What I saw from him, it was not about having money, but it was what I saw from him. It was all about having big heart. So this man always kept pushing me not to give up, even though I have never met him. Even now, I have never met this man.
Wow!
But I thank him that his works always pushed me not to give up, not to lose hope, because I knew in my heart, I knew it, that time will come and I will leave the streets. That is what was in my heart. I knew as I'm growing, it's only a process of time. I will come off the street.
That's amazing.
And I came out.
Yeah. Have you ever? So he was one mentor. Did you have any other mentors growing up? Any other people like that you looked up to, that that taught you? Anybody else mentor you or guide you? Like, he was one person you liked and admired. Did you admire or have any other mentors growing up?
To be honest with you, the only person I can say that who admired me, she's a poor woman, and that is my mother. My godmother. Yes, she's my godmother. She's the one who helped me. Actually, she played a big role of me becoming a strong man. She always encouraged me, because she didn't know me physically. She didn't know, but she always saw me passing by, collecting garbage, collecting leftover food to eat. She always saw me walking in the streets. She was a nice woman to me. She always gave me some food, but though she had no opportunity to take me to her home, because I herself, she had children. She was poor, cooking tea on the streets. So she always talked to me as a child that, Umar, don't give up. Don't give up. When you need some food, come to me. I will give you the food. So all I can say that she inspired me so much. She was my mentor even today. She became my mother. She became my mother. So that is another mentor whom I can mention.
Yeah. So what prompted you, to start these projects and dedicate your life? You're a young man. You're 26, right?
Exactly.
And here in North America, 26-year-olds aren't doing what you're doing. Not too many. 26-year-olds are out having fun, partying, whatever, dating. They're in school. Like what inspires you now today to do the work you're doing, Umar?
Are we talking about Compost Toilets?
I'm talking about now. Like what inspires you now to keep doing the work? Because you're a young, you could be out, having a good time, partying, going to school, dating, whatever.
I understand your point now. Okay. What I can say, I will say it from my heart. What is inside in my heart? Well, I like to have iPhones, going to the beach, blah, 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 going to the club.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
A young man. But when I think about the situation, those children, those people who are in little communities, who are suffering, right now I'm talking, there's millions of children who are dying without food. Do you believe that? Millions. I cannot help them all, but at least I can start with small. In the future, maybe African Street Kitchen will be a big organization to be able to help children all over the world. Who knows? That is one of my mission, by the way. So what the reason why I don't like, or I don't put myself to be in entertainment life, because I feel like I am God sent to these people. I should do it. I should guide the young ones. I should guide those people, widows, all of the people who are in the same circumstances in question. So this gives me a lot of energy to keep pressing to see that I reach out to them.
I really, one of the reasons for interviewing you is we became friends on social media, on Facebook, and I looked into your profile and everything, and I was so impressed with the work you're doing and the difference you're making. We talked about mentors. We're also hearing your purpose and your passion about what you're doing. That supersedes everything. What about spiritually? Like, your spirituality, did your spirituality or your belief in a higher power help you? Does that help you do the work you're doing too today?
Okay. I am born again Christian.
Okay.
I'm born again Christian, and I read Bible.
Yeah.
Because Jesus told us, one thing I give you as a command, love one another.
Yes.
And our hashtag is, on our organization, hashtag is called We Spread Love. So we spread love everywhere. So this spread love is our foundation. As a Christian, I believe that I should reach out to the God's people. Whether we share the same belief, whether we are not, as long as we are all under the same sun. So my belief is I respect all beliefs. I respect everyone. Once they are in needy, I will go for them. That is my belief.
Yeah, I like it. You mentioned that millions of kids in your native Uganda are dying or going hungry. Do you ever get frustrated by that situation? And as far as the government maybe not doing enough to improve and make living conditions better, do you ever get frustrated by what's going on in your communities and with kids today?
I always get frustrated for real. Every time when I look at the news, the television is showing us nonsense. I can call it nonsense. It doesn't benefit for the children, for the people in my community. It's just showing us nonsense shows. So I think children going hungry without food, yes, it is about government. The government can be blamed about that, but also we as a people in the community. If the government cannot do something to help, what about us?
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
We have hands, we have all the possibility to do something for the government. Maybe we can be example to the government. If the government cannot be example to us, let us be example to the government.
Oh my, very well said. I agree. And you know, because the government, you know, even in our country, not the best example.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know, it's important for humanity to step up and you know, be our brothers and sisters keepers. You know, we have to. Yeah.
I like that. That is really good to know that you also think the same thing as mine.
Yeah.
Because just to talk on that, when you look in my city, capital city of Kampala, capital city of Uganda, Kampala, there is a lot of youth like me who has a big heart, who really want to do the same thing I'm doing, but maybe they don't. Not maybe, but they don't have the opportunity. I'm only like that. I have people like you who can interview me, and I talk the truth, and I speak the truth about my world, my country, because many people, they don't have opportunity to speak this. And actually, I use this opportunity because because it is recorded, I know. This is going to all over the world. So I want to send my message to use this opportunity that if you have people in Uganda, if you have loved ones in Uganda, pray for them. If you cannot, pray for them. Send them support.
Yeah, and that so one of the initiatives you're doing now, because it's the holiday season, is African Street Kids Dreams. It's about bringing aid to children and families. And right now you've got you mentioned on Facebook, you have 150 and 100 widows in need of gifts. So you're giving gift baskets with a liter of soda, water, 5 kilograms of rice, a kilogram of tomatoes, and a kilogram of onions. And that project costs 550 pounds and includes transport. So people can go onto your Facebook profile, right? Just by your name, and they can donate to this Christmas drive. And also maybe consider African Street Kids Dreams organization and help them moving forward. Would that be, is that what you want maybe our audience or watchers or viewers to maybe get behind a little bit and help out?
Yes, yeah, I would love that. But what is most important right now is anyone can donate to him or her favorite organization.
Yeah.
But currently, right now, I'm trying I and my team, I'm not alone. I have a team, we're working together. So we always have monthly projects. At least we distribute food to more than 500 children per month.
Wow.
And we have been doing this for over past 5 years.
Amazing. So you started at 21. You were 21, right?
No, 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're with Umar Kabunga. He's involved in Street Kids Dreams, African Street Kids Dreams in Uganda. And also another project you're involved with, and that's Compost Toilets.
Yes.
So Umar, Compost Toilets, like, how did that come about?
All right.
It's not exactly like, hey, you're a little kid, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to do compost toilets when you're a kid, right?
Actually, when we come about compost toilet, I love that project so much because it is making a difference in my community. This is all about saving the people in my nation, and maybe the country near my nation, like Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Sudan. Those people, all of them, they have difficulty with accessing water most of the times. So whereby you find children get into hospitals because of latrines, pit latrines.
Yeah, latrines. Yeah.
Especially for the women, latrines are not for the squatting, if you know those toilets.
Yeah.
Those toilets, we are still using them in Africa. Here in Uganda, we have them. So our mission is at least to give 80% of our compost toilet to the people in Uganda. Why? Compost toilet, you don't need water to flush. Secondly, you don't need to build or to dig. Only need is a bucket, a sawdust, anything. You can use ash, dry soil, dry leaves. Instead of using water, after using the toilet, you just pour a little cup of sawdust. And after sometimes about 6 to 12 months, you have to keep the waste somewhere. After 6 to 12 months, get the waste, use it as a manure in your garden. We're in Africa, we have farmers, even not only Africa, Canada. I believe in Canada there's a farms. So yeah. After 6 to 12 months, it depends on the weather, because here in Uganda we have good weather. Today it's raining, tomorrow it's sunshine. So it can take about 7 to 6 months. So this project, this compost toilet project, it's good for the churches, big congregations, like where people gather in a lot. Schools, it is possible. Farms, centers, anyway, where people can get gathered in a lot of in a huge number.
Right.
Even the single families, they can use this compost toilet. So far, we have installed this compost toilet in several places here in Uganda, like Jinja, Iganga, Kamuli, Luwelo, Masaka. Those are places in Uganda, in rural communities, who have been already testifying about our compost toilet.
And are they safe to use? They're safe, and are they safer than the latrines that you're using?
It is safer than latrines, because the most dangerous thing with the pit latrine is having water in it. Once the water is in human waste inside the toilet, that water creates very dangerous gas which can affect someone who's squatted on that wall, either man or a woman. So that is what we are fighting for. We don't need to see that anymore.
Right.
If the people cannot have access to flushing toilets are good, yes, but people don't have possibility to access them, so they dig. So these compost toilets are safer and hygienic than latrines. So what we do is to give training to each person who is taking this compost toilet. We make sure that we give you enough training on how to maintain them, how to clean them, where to put your waste after using the toilet, and how often you have to empty the bucket.
Yeah.
So we give them enough training to use our system.
That's amazing. And the other thing you mentioned is that you use the waste products as manure for gardening. And I had a guest on earlier this year, and she also suggests that we can use our waste, our human waste products, as manure or fertilizer for gardening as well. So it's just that it's a mindset. We have to kind of get over the image of that and realize that maybe there's more to it than meets the eye. So have you had interest from other countries for this product, for the compost toilets? Have you had interest from other countries? You mentioned Sudan and Kenya and whatnot. Are other countries coming to you and saying, hey, Umar, we'd like to learn more about this? Are you getting that?
Yes, we once had 2 countries, Kenya, and we had an invitation in Ghana to go there to teach them about this system. Kenya, they also invited us, though we did not manage to go to Ghana, but in Kenya, we managed to go there and teach the people in Kenya.
Where do you get the energy and the time?
I beg your pardon, please.
Where do you get the energy and the time? You've got 2 major projects that you're working on. Where do you get the energy and the time?
I have a strong team. They're always encouraging me. Kabunga, we can do this.
So so you got a team, you've had mentors, you've got faith.
Actually, I have my mentor with the compost toilet. I have a mentor.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would like his name to be mentioned, but he's a good person. He's Australian. He taught me a lot about this compost toilet, and he guided me 3 years ago how to talk to the people, because this is a new thing to the people. They don't understand anything.
No.
So I always get afraid, nervous to how can I talk to the people about this? But he was telling me, do this, talk to them like this. So he's my mentor.
Yeah, because you have to, you're right. You have to teach and train so that those that are using this are doing it in a way that's safe and beneficial for the community.
And the challenges is people, they don't like to test this new thing. They used to the old system. So it is very difficult to put something new in their mind that you can keep your waste somewhere. Then it's like a problem to them. Then we need a lot of energy to talk to them, to encouraging them that this is good for you and your family. So the only challenge is that to discuss with these people, to tell them that this is good for you, even though we don't have to discuss with them, but this is good for them. Those who knows, they're always buying the idea and say that we need to install one in our home.
Yeah. So my last question is, say it's 3 years from now. So it's 2024, right? So let's say it's 3 years from now. What kind of work are you doing, and what does life look like for you 3 years from now with both the African Street Kid Dreams project and the compost toilets? What's life look like 3 years from now for you?
All right. If I may say like this, in the 3 years from now, let me talk about compost toilet first. I would love, or my mission or my goal is to be able to build the compost toilet at low price, that each family in Uganda have this compost toilet installed in his or her home. Each family in Uganda, at least 80% in 3 years from now.
Okay. And what about with Street Kids Dreams?
About Street Kids Dreams, I don't want to stop here in Uganda. I have ever been to Kenya. I have experienced some situation over there. I know how hard those children in Kenya are suffering, are going. So I want this organization to open up an office in Kenya, also in Tanzania, in 3 years from now. I know it's hard, but it's going to be possible.
Yeah.
Because we need to set up, we need to build a school. I'm planning to build a school for the children to go. And also we are planning to build a hospital. So this is all in our agenda in 3 to 5 years from now.
Wow. So 80% of Ugandans using compost toilets, which are safer, and then also to expand African street kids' dreams to other countries, open schools, and build it, build it up even more. Yeah. Where do we reach you if we want to work with you or support you? Where do we reach you, Umar?
I beg your pardon, please.
Sorry?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, where do we reach you? Like, how can we get in touch with you if we want to, support you or learn more about?
Currently, we haven't opened up our website due to the finance. This is a non-profit organization. Even Compost Toilets is non-profit organization. Because of the funds, we can't right now to maintain the website because we have to pay monthly. There is only 2 ways where people can reach us: through Facebook page and Instagram.
Okay, so Facebook and Instagram, right?
Page is called African Street Kids Dreams, and also Compost Toilets Uganda. On Instagram, African Street Kids Dreams, also Compost Toilets Uganda on Instagram.
Okay.
So far, that platform we have, but we hope to open up a website in a couple of months from now.
Okay. I hope you do too. Let us know, okay? So they can go onto Instagram and Facebook, African Street Kids Dreams and Compost Toilets Uganda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or connect with you. Like you I don't know how you found me, but
I have also my Facebook page is my personal page where I raise funds. I have a couple of friends in different countries who trust me with their funds, their efforts, money to do this work. I don't have partners. I don't have literary donations. Whenever I post, oh my God.
Now you're upside down. That's okay. Don't worry. We're almost done, man. Don't worry about it. There we go. We just lost the connection. He's getting it back. We're with Umar Kabunga, African Street Kids Dreams and Compost Toilets Uganda. Really inspiring young man. And I really hope that you enjoyed our chat with him today. This is what happens when you're doing interviews, here in North America, Canada, and over to Uganda. Sometimes internet connections and tech issues come into play. I just want to, hopefully Umar will come back. If not, no, we lost him. So I want to just thank him. That was Umar Kabunga. He's involved with Compost Toilets and Street Kids Dreams in his home of Uganda. He joined us from his home office. I want to thank you for listening or watching this week and for being part of RiSE, the podcast. Our goal is to inspire individuals like you to rise up, inspire, and make an impact, similar to what you just saw, and be socially aware, right? And continue that entrepreneurial spirit and make life in the world a little bit better. Next week, it'll be maybe our last wrap-up show for the year with RiSE. It'll be week 17, and we're going to welcome Tom St. Louis. David Fairweather. Tom St. Louis may be in the new year. We're going to welcome David Fairweather to wrap up this year of RiSE, the podcast, and discuss the future of entrepreneurship, trends, strategy, goal setting, things like that. So that's happening next week. Umar is just coming back, so we'll just say our goodbyes. And I just want to wish you, Umar, thanks for coming back. I kind of wrapped up the show in your absence, so I just want to thank you again for being here with us today, inspiring us, and for the interview. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much. Sorry for that.
No worries.
For the inconvenience. There was a problem with my connection over here.
Yeah, no worries. A pleasure having you, and I just want to wish you much success and good health for the holiday season and for 2022. Okay, so thanks, blessings to you, and just have a really a good holiday season and an abundant, happy, healthy year ahead. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much.